Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Money Podcast, your source for all things money. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today is a very special Reunion 2020 episode. What is that? That's when I had a guest on in the past, and I liked him so much I had to bring him right on back. So today's special return guest is Daniel Passov, and he is a partner over at Sancus Capital Group. Daniel, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, man. It's good to be here. I hope your fans like me as much as you did to have me back.
Oh, man. Well, first off, so it's funny because I know you still have Strata Capital Group, and for all the listeners that didn't catch the first episode, we're going to go a little bit into your background, but I encourage you to go back and check that out because Daniel has a really interesting story, especially what he did as founder and president over at Greek U, which we already covered that. Again, look at that back episode. But that being said, once I found out you went to Sancus Capital Group, I'm like, all right, Daniel's making some moves. And the funny thing is, normally with Strata Capital Group, we're talking about what you're acquiring, what you're doing. It looks like you were acquired by Sancus Capital Group. Tell us a little bit more about how that took place.
Yeah, so after I sold my company, I had some liquidity, and so I started Strata Capital Group to kind of start placing some investments, on my own in both real estate and private equity. And through that process, I met Justin Crane, who is the managing partner at Sancus Capital. And we got along very well and had some of the same kind of theses in going out and into the market. So he asked me to come on board, and so now I'm a partner at Sancus Capital Group.
All right. So what are some of the things that you're focusing on? Like, what are the kind of acquisitions you're looking to make? What kind of companies? What kind of niches? Like, tell us a little bit more about the theory behind that.
Yeah, I think that what we do is pretty unique in a sense of what Justin was trying to create was a PE group that had lots of areas of expertise. I think that my area of expertise in e-commerce and digital marketing isn't normally found in the partners of private equity groups. So when he brought me on, we're really targeting, almost any industry we're targeting. We really have a wide net to really learn about different industries and find the opportunities. But kind of the core of it is to find founder-led businesses or family-owned businesses that are doing well, that are cash flow positive, making money anywhere from 2 to 10 million of EBITDA. So they're very profitable businesses, but maybe they haven't had professional expertise to come in and help them to scale even more. So that's the opportunity we're trying to find, is businesses that are well run, but maybe because they've been founder-led for so long and haven't been touched by traditional private equity or have been sold in the past, that we could come in and kind of look at it to professionalize the business, streamline processes and systems, and use our network and our expertise to help to scale the business beyond what it's doing now. So
what are the plans for 2020? Like, what are you thinking here? Because so I had you on in maybe about a year ago now. What are the plans now? This is a newer partnership.
Yeah, so in the past, I was more of a passive investor in my company. Now being on the general partner side, it's very different. We have, a good amount of deal flow coming in right now in lots of different industries and healthcare and construction, lots of e-commerce. It's like I said, the net is very wide. As far as 2020 goes, it's a little difficult right now with the COVID-19 and how that's going to affect the debt markets and potential investments. But we are, treading very safely through this for now, at least kind of seeing, what's going to happen over the next few months. But we do have some deals in the pipeline now that we're looking to probably close maybe 1 to 2 more deals by the end of the year.
Any kind of trends you're noticing in deal flow, just in general, like things that are coming across your desk? Because you just have a unique vantage point on, because being in your shoes.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that over the past 5 years, there's been a lot of liquidity in the market, meaning that there's money's been available both as debt and as equity. So a lot of these companies have been able to, bring on money in many different ways. And I haven't seen this trend yet, but my prediction is, and now especially even more so with this potential recession ahead of us, is that a lot of these companies are going to, not shut down, but they're definitely going to be affected. They brought on a lot of money. They have a lot of investors. They have, a lot of debt, and they might not be able to meet the covenants of these lenders. So there might be an opportunity to come in and help these companies out who might end up suffering because of this. And we could come in with some additional capital and expertise to try to help them through, what's coming, this year and possibly for the next couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, well said. I think it's kind of tricky, obviously, because nobody wants to ever see anything bad happen. Like, we don't want people to happen what's happening right now. But on the other side of things, whenever there is this type of these things happen, I mean, even like a Great Depression or things like that, which we're not anywhere near that. But even if we, it's like there's always opportunity that comes out of that. There's always innovation. There's always just new things that happen that can create, things that we all benefit on. So that's, I guess, I'm not really a silver lining guy, but that's the way I see it, and I've seen it happen. I mean, I was there. I lived through the markets in 2008, and I was investing money back then for other people, and it wasn't the best time. It wasn't the best, but some of the businesses that grew out of 2008, some of that innovation, I mean, we all benefit from even today.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think that I've been advising some of the companies that I have in my portfolio that they really need to take a good hard look at the business. The goal, obviously, number one goal is to survive, right? And ideally not lay people off and try to get through it. So look at all the expenses that the business has right now and see where things could be reduced. And if there's any other small business owners that are listening now, that every dollar counts. My recommendation would be to go through all of your bank statements, all of your credit card statements, and look at any monthly charges that you're not really even thinking about. The Spotify for $10 a month, the LinkedIn Premium for $70 a month, the premium hosting, or all these different things could add up to hundreds of dollars a month in savings that could actually make a big difference. In some of my companies, that could be thousands and thousands of dollars a month, but small businesses, hundreds of dollars a month can make a difference. So that would be my recommendation to small business owners, especially, is to go through, do that exercise and find those opportunities. And then also look at what is costing you a lot of money. You might not be able to cut it out, but you actually might be able to think from an innovation standpoint. Okay, we're paying, $500 a month for, some type of SaaS product or web hosting. Maybe you don't need that right now. And you could start to think about different ways to do business. And when you come out the other end of this, you'll be more lean and more efficient, and hopefully even more scalable, so that you could grow quickly once we kind of get through this, this potential recession, or, this current landscape. Maybe it's only a few months, but either way, it's a good exercise to go through.
No, well said, Daniel. So if somebody's listening to this and they want more information, what's the best way for them to connect with you?
Yeah, so, one is you could, check out, our site, which is sancuscapitalgroup.com. Sancus is spelled Sancus. And also my email address is daniel@sancuscapitalgroup.com. We are always looking for investment opportunities. Again, our targets are companies that are founder or family led and are making, at least probably $2 million a year in EBITDA. But if you feel like your company is growing and could get there at some point, like, we're definitely happy to have some of those early discussions. Maybe there's some advice we could give you to help you kind of propel into that sweet spot for us. And also we have, a wide network of people that can provide, VC money and as well as debt and also some growth capital. I mean, again, we don't know what's going to happen over the next few months with this virus, but I definitely would love to start any of those conversations or help anybody that's going through this tough time.
Man, that's awesome. Well, hey, Daniel, it's been great having you back on the show. Congrats again on the new partnership, and I can't wait to hear more great things and talk about more of the acquisitions that you do there. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. Hope you had a lot of fun listening. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review, do all those great things we do to support our podcasters. I really do appreciate it. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Money, definitely give that a subscribe and leave us some comments. I love to pick up the conversation in the YouTube community. And Daniel, thanks again for coming back on the show.